All right. I am going live. Let's see if everything is smooth. Hi, everyone. Good night. Good night. I see you guys are popping in slowly. It is, what do we have going on here? Okay, just seeing what's popping up in my box. It's CEO Synergy Mondays, and I am being obedient. Somebody type out the word obedient. Even though my hair feels like all the things are coming out right now. Let me get myself on IG, make sure we're good out there. All right, great. We're live in IG, we're live in YouTube, we're live in Facebook. As you guys are popping in, let me know where you are popping in from. I want to celebrate you guys because we are still in February, right? We are still in the second month of the year. We are still in Love Month. And this is the month that some of us are realigning to ourselves, tapping into self love, identifying the things that we have been doing to sabotage our own selves. Hello, somebody? In the past, and how we can do different as we're moving forward. A lot of us don't often realize at times when sabotage is showing up. And I'm going to share a little bit about that with you guys as you're popping in and how it shows up in our lives in various ways. Um, as you guys are popping, once again, say hi. Your hi does matter. It lets me know where you're showing up from. And definitely pass this along because I'm going to be sharing some nuggets that I personally believe everybody needs to hear about now and how we mess things up our own selves, right? Shout out to Dawn, Coach Dawn, Minister Dawn, who I spent some time with over the weekend. For some of you who do know, that's my wonder twin from the days we used to support Lisa Nichols together at Motivating the Masses. And we have moved forward and have been putting together some cool things that we're going to be doing to support each other and supporting those who we were designedly or divinely designed for um, this year and beyond. So, one of the things that showed up is that this weekend was supposed to be our CEO, our executive content day. Our executives were supposed to get their brand shoot and all the good things, their photo shoot in Michigan. And I was all set up, it's all scheduled on my calendar, lovely flow. And then literally 2 days before heading out there, Zachary gets hit with the bad news about what happened to one of his classmates who passed away. Um, for those who don't know, about 2 years ago, his grandfather also passed away. And as a result of that, we've still been recovering, right? We've still been running through and working through that, and helping him to navigate that space. So being it that it's almost around that time, he was already experiencing anxiousness or anxiety around death. We were already getting ready to set up his recurring therapist that he had before. We were getting ready to set that back up to then going to class and going to school to find that out, for them to call me, for them to ask me to pick him up because he was truly having some further breakdowns in school. So at that time, I'm 2 days away from deciding whether to continue to head out to Michigan and or not. Luckily, somebody say shout out to Miles, Delta Sky Miles again. Jumped in there so that I had some miles, was able to add him onto the flight that I was heading out to Detroit to come back and forth. We sat separately, so that made me nervous because you guys know I'm still training him on how to travel by himself via flight. But of course, to him, he was in heaven because now it means he's a big kid and he's a big dude. He gets to travel by himself because we're sitting separately. Hi. So even in that space, part of me, like I constantly see where sabotage shows up, where I kind of want to say no. I want to say like, okay, this is the perfect opportunity for me to cancel that weekend. Something else had happened previously about a week before when I was like, you know what, maybe I don't need to go. And but then there's that level inside. Hi, I see you guys popping in. There's that level inside that tells you that that there's more. That even though you're kind of trying to play like you're not supposed to go, you're still supposed to go. So that kind of peaked up inside of me, and I was like, okay, if it goes with the flow, then I'm supposed to go. Right? Type that down. If it goes with the flow, then I'm supposed to go, hey, Dr. Joy. And as I'm navigating the space, right, little things are happening. Like I left my phone where I did the parking spot, but then the guy finds it and then calls me back. And then we're able to wait and it still works out. So we get on the flight smooth, and we got to Michigan. We spent the first night working with, like I said, Minister Dawn, supporting her in her next ventures as she's getting ready to launch her book, Getting Out of God's Way. Definitely make sure you get your access into that. It's a 30-day journey towards getting out of God's way, which she started a process which is going on around 10 o'clock in the nighttime. So um, all of that is showing up in this space, and I'm helping to navigate him and his feelings, and I'm still showing up for what I have to do and being obedient. And somehow, as the days goes on, as the following days goes on, as the photo shoot happens, as a dynamic experience that, sometimes you plan stuff and then things go exceedingly beyond what you plan. That's my life, right? And I just want to, I'm gonna just own it. Especially when I'm doing things that are synergistically aligned, especially when I'm doing things that are for and with my clients, who I believe are divinely designed also. Um, and when I watch how God orchestrates things in spite of challenges, in spite of, oh my goodness, okay, now Zachary has to spend the day with us, which I totally didn't plan. And I was like, okay, is it going to be too long for him? And I'm questioning, as that mama, am I showing up? Am I, neglecting him? Am I doing enough? Am I splitting myself in decent places? But yet it all flowed out and it all worked out. And it worked so well that he even jumped in and took his little shoot, right? Where I thought I was just gonna take some pictures with him. And my guy kicked me out the shot and was like, okay, I need to take some pictures of myself because we're prepping for his brand. So here comes God again. And this is obedience. Somebody type out the word obedience. How sometimes when you're doing things that you're supposed to be doing on a higher calling. This year, I said, this is the year of my year of synergy. I'm going to be working with people who were designed to me, who have been told that they're supposed to work with me, aka my clients and or pending clients that are coming, and sister friends, of course. And showing up in a way that is beyond what I've done before, other than the regular sales stuff. It's really igniting that message, that purpose, that path that God has for us, them, that sometimes gets derailed and or gets sabotaged, self-sabotage, right? And sometimes you need a person to come in, someone who you trust, someone who is not doing it for them, because nothing of this weekend was for me except the glory of watching it at the end and just my own fullness of watching how great everyone looked and the amazing shot with all the five ladies. And there's this shot, y'all, with Zachary when he comes in and he jumps up at the end and he says it's a wrap, and he's up in the air like literally Michael Jordan up in the air. And it could only be but God. It could only be of a higher power. It could only be of things when we are ignited and we are aligned with each other and we do things together, right? Because I believe that everyone could have went and did their shoots separately and it would have been fine. But there's nothing like gathering like minds, like minded energies, high vibe energies together, and then producing something that's even more amazing, right? Type out even more, because sometimes I feel like if we think that things are just supposed to be amazing, I believe things should be even more amazing. And I'm not gonna stop. Shout out to Dawn, who did my Divinely Designed by God shirt. Another one of my clients who showed up in Michigan today. I mean, over the weekend. Um, and sometimes we limit ourselves because we think we're just supposed to have the basic. We're just supposed to have just enough. And shout out to just messages I've been getting just over the last few weeks that we are ourselves that limit ourselves to just enough, when there's just so much more that we can go for, and there's so much more that we deserve, there's so much more that we are designed for. And when we play together, hey DRG, shout out to another one of our amazing Michigan executives that came out, took her pictures. When we play together, when we do things together, it becomes more fun because you're not just trying to do this business thing by yourself, but we actually are able to impact more and more people with more goodness. And people are able to just see and feel like what I love about my tribe, and this is all a conversation tonight. Invitation is definitely to words. Tonight is our last night. Let me make sure I drop the invitation. Tonight is our last night for Synergy Sales Summit. That's what's happening. Make sure you go to synergysalessummit.com. The VIP is buy one get one tonight. It ends tonight, so just make sure you know that that's the invitation, because I'm not gonna not ever show up and not have an invitation to how I could help you with your next, right? um but in this space, in this season that we're in, um what is really resonating to me, and we shared a lot about it in Portugal at the end of the year, is how much more powerful we can be together, and how we can actually impact more people, profit more, have more fun together, be learn how not to get in our way, right? How not to self-sabotage ourselves, because the minute we begin sabotaging, here comes something or someone who comes out and be like, okay, sis, I need you back in line. I need you back in purpose. I need you back towards doing what you need to do. One of the reasons why I got into sales is not because I love sales. Please note it. I love people doing their next steps. That's what I'm big on. I'm big on whatever God hasn't designed for you. Why are you self-sabotaging yourself, and why you keep stopping yourself based on regular drama that shows up. And I'm saying this to you because I'm saying this to me, because I could have stopped and not show up for the weekend because of the drama that showed up 2 days before, and say, okay, you know how we do as mamas, my kids first. I'm gonna shut everything down. Let me make sure he's okay, because I'm not leaving him. Or we can shift the dynamic, shift our mindset, and think about why not more? Why not let him come for the weekend, experience this, see what else is out there for him, aka his pictures, his own shoot, his getting to see the locomotive on Sunday, which blew his entire mind. You guys should have seen, if I could have captured everything about that, just his face, just how it made his entire year so far, right? Simply from being obedient. Simply from being obedient. Why I got into this summit that's coming next week, why I'm going to be leading it, in spite of the fact that I'm gonna keep it so real with y'all. I be giving up on being a CEO almost every day. I tell my tribe this, I tell my clients this almost every day. I'm like, I got a whole profession. I'm totally fine. I make decent money. Life is good. Like, why, God, why you are pulling me towards this other space of making sure I show up? And all I keep hearing is, if I don't show up, others won't. Right. And if I don't show up, others won't show up to the capacity that they can truly show up. So the sales aspect goes into the fact that if you're not making money for your business, then you can't show up. Point blank, period. Right. And if you're not helping people by creating something that's aligned, something that is what they need, something that is based on purpose, something that's not just the obvious, because ain't nothing that I have, no offer that I have that may look obvious is always more than, right? Any retreat you show up to and think you just going to a retreat, most people, when they get there, like, oh my goodness, why didn't you tell me this is what it is? Because I can't put it on a sales page, right? Because I have to be obedient by providing the access to it. Hence the reason why it's changed into Synergy Sanctuary, because it has elevated. And I want you to think about the capacity of knowing that this is elevation time, right? This is expansion time. This is enlightenment time. This is us truly stepping out of this self-sabotage stuff, right? And most of the things that we self-sabotage ourselves with is sales. Like, we'll go into a room, we'll help people out. Us as truly heart-centered people, we want to help the world out. So we gonna help, right? Type out, we gonna help. We can help in our sleep. We can help even if they don't pay us, right? But then if we're not getting paid, or if there's not an exchange in value, exchange in service, and exchange in space, and we're going to talk more about how you're going to be creating the most aligned offer for your people and how you're going to get it out there. We're going to talk about how you communicate it just on pure authenticity, not trying to bamboozle anybody out their money, but this is what it is. Right? This is what I have for you. This is the solution that can support you where you are, right? And to get you to your next. And if you trust me, or you trust yourself, or you trust God truly, then you'll say yes. Period. And our goal is to just keep showing up because we the soldiers. We the one out here. And if I don't show up, you don't show up. And if you don't show up, they don't show up. So I might as well do it having fun. We had some Afro beats playing in the studio. We were having us a good old time inside the studio. You couldn't tell that it was 90 minutes for what, 5.5 people to just keep going, rotating. It was like a factory, but we had a blast doing it. And of course, the pictures will show, our vibe shows what an amazing experience it was. So, what I'm leaving you with today, honestly, why I came in here today is really to share with you that we really need to be in that space of stopping that self sabotage space. We got to show up where we're truly in love with ourselves, right? It first starts with us. You got to love the heck out of you. You got to love the heck out of the fact that you have a solution to something. You have to love the heck out of the fact that you are the answer to someone's dreams. I'm the answer. Type it out. I'm the answer. Whether I want to be the answer, whether I just want to sit and chill for the night, chill for a week, chill for 2 weeks, chill for the summer, chill for years. Because that be me when I'm firing myself. Or you just decide that it's not an option. It's simply not an option. And how I know it's not an option is because every time I show up, I sit down and I see the results of when I show up and why I show up and what was the reason for me showing up after I showed up. Sometimes we don't see it before, right? Sometimes we don't know the how, we don't know the why. I'm doing this Synergy Sales Summit next week. I'm inviting amazing people. God already designed who's going to be on the platform, not me. Literally, it came up. Okay, this person, this person, this person needs to help them with that. This person I know can help them with that. That person can help them with that. Let me just help to bring the people so you can get what you need, so we can go out there and do even more, right? And show up even more and live even more and receive even more and elevate even more and expand even more. Because if we keep stopping ourselves and diminishing our own light and keep taking us out, taking our own selves out, how many of you take your own self out? Like I'd be like, maybe I'm not the one they need. Maybe I'm too sweet. Or maybe I'm not too sweet because I got both sides. If you have ever met me, I have both sides. I am the sweetest thing, but I am also the straight and direct Brooklyn black belt. This is what it is. Say what it is, because we don't have time for the fluff. And I'm a communication strategist, so I know how to say things in a sweeter way. I know how to appeal to people. I know how to connect to hearts, right? But you got to learn how to be yourself in all aspects, and you got to learn how to show up in spite of, right? So that's my spiel for you guys. That's what I want to leave with you. That's my Synergy Monday today. Um, we have some amazing things coming up. Please make sure you have your seat to Synergy Sales Summit. Once again, this is your chance to truly, truly tap into the space of what works best for you, not what everybody else thinks is best for you when it comes to sales, when it comes to your business, but truly come in just to hear and connect with what is the message for you. Like if you're here and you're hearing my voice, that means we supposed to be together. Hashtag I always say in our tribe, we go together, right? I just say we go together. And if we've been aligned and we've been following each other and we've been connected for years, then what do you keep waiting for? Like there's some activation that needs to happen. Something got to happen. Something got to move. You move, I move, I move, you move. But it got to be moving towards a higher level. It can't be the same. It can't be the same. One of the things about myself, and I teach my tribes this, my clients, we all speak about this. There's no way that you should be the same person you were yesterday or the same person you were last week, last month, last year. How have I grown? What have I learned? How have I become better? What am I trying to better in myself? So each year, there's no way you can get the same coach, Dr. Ali. I'm not the same because I'm constantly working on what do I need to do to make me a better person. Now, does that mean I'm walking around saying I'm the best person ever? Hashtag no. Hashtag this is a continuous work in progress. But the one thing we're going to be doing is at least trying. The one thing we're going to be doing is at least showing up so we can hear, receive, truly receive what it is we're supposed to be doing in our next level, next seasons, next desires, next dreams. What is it that you're supposed to be doing? And when you show up in the right place, hello, somebody, because not every place is the right place. Only you will know right? Not every place is the right place. Not everything is for you, but your heart and your spirit tells you, I need to be here, or I needed to be here. And you either try it and then you get there and you either feel, this is not for me, you move on, or, this is for me. I see my next. I'm feeling my next. I'm actually starting the process of the evolution to my next right now as a result of me showing up. What does that mean? Show up again and show up again and show up again. Because if you keep hearing something and connecting with something and elevating in something and expanding on something, then you are in the right place until you start showing up and it don't feel good no more. And if it doesn't feel good anymore, you pray, you pause, you make a decision, and you move the heck on. And it's all good, right? So that's my message for you guys tonight. I had a developed message and all that kind of stuff that I was supposed to share with you. I'll share with you guys inside of your emails and or inside of our summit group. The name of our group now is not CEO Legacy Builders. We changed the name for this month for Synergy Sales Summit. So go to Synergy Sales Summit by Dr. Ali, and that will be the name of the group that I'm running now. So I'll be sharing some more every day on how we can keep elevating ourselves, how we can keep expanding ourselves, tapping into our true being so that we could be better people for others, and definitely for entrepreneurs so that we can show up all the way, serve all the way, and do what we know, like we know, like we know we were purposed to do. That's all I got for you tonight. I love y'all. I'll see you guys next week. I'm gonna come back on live on the Monday for another CEO Synergy Mondays, but definitely make sure you have your tickets for Synergy Sales Summit. It's gonna be out of control. It's gonna be the bomb. I'm gonna be bringing on Monday Leah Forney, Coach Mayfield, Dr. Joy. On Tuesday, we got Lori. Lori's going to be showing up. Lori Turner, my most favorite person that teaches social media. Sorry, everybody got their thing. That's my person. We just go together. We got the Karen that'll be showing up on that day. We got Coach Diagi that'll be showing up on that day talking about connections. And then on the last day, day 3, we have Narelle, who's been doing our sales trainings inside of our group and has been working with billionaires. We'll be sharing some more conversations on converting for 2024. What does that look like? Because things have changed, right? So we're going to get some updated ways on how to do some new conversions that feels good, that feels like it feels aligned with who you are. And then we're going to have the Lasper, and I forgot who's the other person that's going to be showing up on that day. And Ishameen will be showing up on that day talking about their experiences with conversions. And that's it. And then there's me. I'm going to be there. Divinely designed by God. Shout out to Dawn. If you want this shirt, just type out shirt, and I'll see if I can drop her link later on so you guys can go out there and support her. All right. I absolutely love you guys. This weekend, New Yorkers, you're up next. Time for your photo shoot for executives and VIPers. I'll see you guys in New York so we can get your experience together. How I know you just said that, the last bird, Queen, the last bird. All right, y'all. Be blessed and have a blessed and amazing week. I want to honor your time, and I'll catch you guys. Make sure to pass this out, share this out, because somebody else needs this message. Stop being selfish. Stop keeping it for yourself. And don't forget, buy one, get one. Tonight's the last night. Grab your VIP ticket. Buy one for $97 and gift one to someone else so you don't grow alone. Love y'all. Peace and good night.